All right. Welcome everybody to the Health Transformation webinar. This is your host, Cade Archibald. Really excited to be here with you guys. And with me today, we're having some camera difficulties, so you won't be able to see her beautiful, shiny face. But we got Erin Kay. Erin, how you doing?
Good morning, everyone, on the Health Transformation webinar. I'm doing great, Cade. Thanks so much for having me.
Awesome. So Erin is one of our amazing health coaches at East West and is just all around amazing. So she's going to be diving into the East West Detoxification protocol for liver enhancement. So you guys get ready to get your livers really nice and healthy. So this is for all that retoxing that you guys have been doing over the last little while. Now it's time to detox, right, Erin?
Yes, and guess what day it is today, Cade?
It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, March 20th, and it's the first day of spring. Happy spring, everyone.
Happy spring. Love it.
Isn't this a perfect topic to talk about liver enhancement and detoxing on the first day of spring?
So true. Awesome.
All right. So my favorite time of year right now is the springtime. Because of the regrowth, the rebirth of plants and animals, you've got more sunshine, more natural vitamin D. You have fresher vegetables and fruit available in different kinds. And it's also a great time to cleanse. Usually we start with our home, but we have to think of our mind and our body as well. So that's what we are going to talk about today is the East West Health Detox for liver enhancement. And we put our patients through this, most of our patients, but check with your team of providers because every case is different. But today we're going to talk about this type of cleansing and nourishing specifically for liver enhancement. So are you ready to get started, Cade?
Let's do this. I'm excited.
All right.
And just so everyone knows, I think the picture when you talk comes up and it's like a picture of me. So
yep,
we want to fit.
That's Erin Kay today.
It's Erin. She does not look like that.
All right, so today's objectives, what I want to get across is the focus, the why behind it. We're not just telling you to, detox because it's cool. There's a why. The goal is to transform your body into a fat burning mode. Kind of the overview, we'll just talk about the nitty gritty. There's activities to enhance your detoxification and tips for you before, during, and after. So that's what your health coach is for, is to help you through this process. And let's get started. And we have a quote. And let me move our videos here so I can read it to you. I consider the cleansing, fasting, detoxification process to be the missing link in the Western nutrition and the key to the health and vitality of our civilization. I truly believe that cleansing and detoxification is virtually one of the most powerful the real healing of ailments and not just suppression of symptoms, therapies I have ever seen. So this was from Elson Haas, he's an MD. And I like this quote because it's one of the best therapies he has ever seen. And the cleansing and the detoxification that we can put our bodies through is not just for our livers or our organs, but it's also for our mind. We need to cleanse the mind and the body. So this is kind of that missing link, and that's why we have it in our East West Health protocol for our patients, is to teach them about this and guide them through it so they can do it once or twice a year after. Without our help, they will have the tools and resources. How often do you cleanse, Cade? Or do a detox?
Ideally, you do it every about 3 to 6 months. So I would say I'm more like a 6 months to 9 months because, sometimes I'm not the best, but going through a full liver detox is really important. It just makes you feel good.
It does.
It's a little painful at first, but you get through that initial kind of, especially when you start reducing the protein and some of those things does sting a little bit, but you get past that pretty quick.
You're definitely right. And that's where the coaching comes into play is you will have it will be a little tough or challenging the first couple days. My patients usually say that. But then after those first initial like 3 or 4 days, it's like, wow. And they're happy and they're energized and they're excited. So that's what I've seen. And I promise you it will be a good experience. All right, next here we have the why. Remember I said I'm not going to just tell you to do this. There's a why. So detoxification is about resting and cleansing and nourishing, like I was saying, from the inside out, the mind and the body. So we want to help you remove and eliminate toxins, feed your body with good nutrients, and hopefully you're going to be renewed and protected from disease, and you'll gain optimum health. And that's what a cleanse is for, is to reset. And like Cade said, every 3 to 6 months is a great time to do that. So this particular detox for your liver will reduce your toxin intake because you're going to be eating vegetables and fruits and nuts and seeds and great fats, and we're going to help you with supplements. We're going to enhance your toxin elimination through a cranberry drink that will assist you, and also the herbs and supplements to strengthen your organ function. So all that is we are guiding you through this, and we are recommending the supplements, and we give you the vegetables and the fruits that you can eat. So let me get into the nitty gritty, okay? Timeline, okay, when you're probably wondering how long are they going to recommend to do this? So at least 14 days. Our patients usually want to go longer. They'll that 14-day mark, and they're like, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to keep going. And I had a patient just say that to me the other day. I was like, great, keep going. How are you doing with the protein? And we talked about protein intake and what was going on with her and her energy levels. So at least 14 days, though, we will ask you to start off with. Now, what can I eat is what everyone asks, all right? Well, I counted our list on our protocol. There are 46 different vegetables you can eat. And we recommend a pound. Veggies at every meal, that's your action step. I was just talking to Nicole, our acupuncturist up here in Park City. She was like, veggies, veggies, veggies. You know, like just veggies at every meal, okay? That's a good action step. And good fats, we want 120 to 135 grams. So once again, fat at every meal as well. And we give you a little protocol to help you with what kinds of fats, what are good fats, and how much each serving is, so you can kind of make sure you get the right amount. Now you can soak your nuts and seeds. Now you don't have to, but it is recommended. It's easier to digest. So during the detox, that will help. Beans and lentils are on the list as well. Fruit. There's a good amount of fruit suggestions on here. So apples and berries are great, but there's others as well. So you are not going to feel deprived, I promise you, with the good fat intake and the veggies at every meal, and you get nuts and seeds to snack on and such, you're going to be golden, along with your cranberry drink and your supplements. Now, Cade was talking about protein. If you feel fatigued, or maybe your energy level is just not where you need it to be, or maybe your hair's falling out just a tiny bit, or you're noticing you're very cold when you're not usually. These might be signs that you need a little bit of protein, and that's okay. That's not a failure on the detox, but minimal amounts, okay? So start out maybe some fish, maybe 1 egg. So small amounts, talk to your health coach, talk to your provider, and they can give you the right recommendations. Cade, anything on the protein? I know you kind of touched on that, but sometimes I've had patients feel like a failure if they have to add that in a little bit. What do you think about that?
No, yeah, you should definitely not feel like a failure. Sometimes, especially like, and I think guys can do this a lot easier. It's probably harder. Like, you know, I think guys in general, we just have a little bit less of self-control. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but it's harder. But our bodies can handle that lack of protein just because we're a lot more rich in protein. But females, if you start to get to that point where it's like, just like what Erin was saying, you notice like you're losing a little bit of hair, or you just feel really crummy. add in a little bit of protein. That can be like salmon would probably be your first go-to. Get some like freshwater sockeye salmon that's really clean, very low mercury. You could do like some grass-fed beef just in very small amounts, or bison. But yeah, ideally you'd be just focusing solely on your fresh or your fresh and cooked vegetables, and steamed ideally. So any cruciferous vegetables, make sure you're like steaming those so you get some of the oxalates out, because that'll tax your thyroid or some of those things.
Yes, good point. If you're having a little bit of stomach issues or feeling a little bit of bloating, then yes, steam most of your vegetables. They'll be easier to digest. Good point, Cade. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you are, if you have any thyroid issues at all,
yes,
some of those cruciferous vegetables can be goitrogenic, and the way you offset that is have radish with it. Radish can actually kind of offset those oxalates and the goitrogen. So it's okay to have those. Don't like overdo it. Stick more towards like, some of the leafy greens, not too much on the spinach, but some of the other leafy greens. But if you really like kale and cabbage and say cauliflower and broccoli, if those are some of your favorites, make sure you cook them first and then add in some radish. That can help offset it. Some people like the taste of radish. Some people don't. Just if you don't, just muscle through it. It's not that big of a deal.
Another veggie, right?
I like, if you would have asked me 5 years ago, do you like radish? I would have said, no, like this stuff sucks. But I actually like it. It's got like this just weird taste that is, So
I like it too. I like to dip it in hummus.
You'll get there. Promise.
Yes, you will. The body will start to crave that. I promise you. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And on the thyroid medication, you would keep taking your thyroid med if you're on something like that, just as normal. You don't change anything up with that. Next is the cranberry drink that I mentioned earlier. So it's we have this specific recipe in our protocol, but it's cranberry juice, lemon, apple cider vinegar, and some water. And you can add a little bit of apple juice if it's not palatable for you, but most of the time people don't need that. Upon rising, before lunch and before dinner. And why? Okay, so it aids in the detoxification of your liver. It's helping cleanse and get things through the liver, and that's what we want. So you might be going to the bathroom a little bit, a lot of trips, but that's okay. That's what we want. And that's not the only thing you're going to drink. You're going to drink spring or filtered water, lots and lots of water, and you can have some decaffeinated herbal tea as well. So you would want to wean off alcohol and caffeine that first week. If you can just, go hard, that's great. Just stop everything that first week. But if you need to wean yourself, it's okay. Maybe you're doing half of caffeine or, caffeinated coffee, half decaf for the first week, and then you're to decaf coffee, or you're just not drinking any at all. So you can have some herbal tea, change it up on yourself. And then the remaining weeks of your detox, you are not drinking alcohol or caffeine. So you have to plan out this cranberry drink. You got to make it maybe the night before. Talk to your health coach about some ideas. You could have a big pitcher in the fridge and have it all day long, at work, at home. Any tips on that, Cade, that you've seen during your time? I have to make a big pitcher the night before, or I just,
Yeah, and that's exactly what I do. Otherwise, it's like it's too many ingredients to try to muster up and figure it out. And then it's time consuming in the morning. And so if you're in a rush to get somewhere, it doesn't happen. And so, just get a big picture and, just put, I'm not precise when I go into, creating it, but I know in the protocol, it's got all the exacts, but I put half the pitcher is, it's about half water, or maybe a little less than half. And then I'll add in, cranberry, apple cider vinegar. You're going to do in a decent sized pitcher. I'll do a couple tablespoons Yeah, let's see, probably about 5 or 6. And then lemon juice. Make sure it's some good, like organic, not from concentrate lemon juice. It's like pure lemon juice, or better yet, get lemons and just squeeze them in there.
Yeah, that's even better. Fresh
And
lemons.
you can slice some lemons, put it in there, because lemon is like, I enjoy that kind of that citrus taste, so it adds a little flavor there, and it's great for hydration and keeping your body, hydrated as you're going through this.
Definitely. Thanks, Cade. Yeah, you can drink more than just this cranberry drink, but it definitely gives you a different taste and mixing it up on you, huh? So the supplement protocol, definitely big point determined by your provider and your team of providers. So follow whatever protocol they put you through. And it will include supplements to take and food suggestions. There's a whole page on the protocol of kind of a morning, afternoon, and evening. So it will definitely give you some guidance. Your provider will possibly do a weekly glutathione injection. So ask them if that's part of your protocol. That will help with the detoxification. And if you get hungry during the day, there's nuts, there's seeds, there's carrots, sliced cucumbers, celery. Think ahead. You have to plan, shop, and prep for these couple of weeks. That's where we can help with the meal shopping class that we have as health coaches for you. You can talk to your health coach to get some ideas on, okay, what am I going to plan to have? What am I going to put on my shopping list? How am I going to prep it? You're going to have some containers and baggies or things like that to help you. You're going to have your cranberry drink handy. So remember all of these things that if you plan, you will be successful. I promise you. As your health coach, I will help you through that. Now, tips, be proactive, just like I said. You are going to have to put in some work. Your health coach will help you with lifestyle changes. That's what we do. And you have to do your part too. We'll be there every step of the way, but you've got to put in the work. We can't do this for you, right, Cade? We can't do this for them. You know, we can tell them and we can give them the resources and tools, but ultimately this is your detox, your program, and you do your part and we'll be there for you.
Yeah, and if any of you on this webinar or watching this at any point, give us a call at one of our offices at East West. You can look us up at acueastwest.com and call us up. We can either just we're more than happy to just email you a copy of the digital detox, but I'd say schedule an appointment, come meet with the providers if you're not already going through this or you haven't done a detox yet. And we can help really guide you through the process, get you lined up with everything. Ideally, this would be someone you've done a little blood work, so we can see exactly what's going to be the right things for you. But even then, you don't have to get blood work to go through a detox or testing, but it can help the experience. But yeah, well done, Erin. Everybody, give it up for Erin. Woo!
There's some references too, some good websites, and then ask your health coach for our detox recipes that go along with this. We're here to help. We're here to cleanse the body and the mind. And happy spring, everyone.
Yeah, welcome spring. I'm sure you guys are really excited. I'm down in St. George. It's been spring all winter long.
Don't rub it in.
It's actually been a cold winter for us, but it's been a really cold winter for you guys.
It has.
Still got plenty of snow up there?
Yes, and I'm ready for more sunshine, and I'm ready to detox. So
yeah. All right, everybody. So do detox on. Thanks, Erin. Yeah,
you're welcome. Yeah, go ahead, Cade.
Oh, I was just thanks for joining us. You rock this. And so yeah, everyone get on the phone and either get in touch with Erin. She's in the Park City office. You can reach out to our Salt Lake office, Pleasant Grove, or down in St. George, and we can help get you routed with the detox program if that's something you haven't done, or your providers haven't talked to you about it and you're meeting with them at some point, you can ask them about it and see if that's the right thing for you.
Yeah, that would be really proactive. If it hasn't come up yet, or, you had stem cell therapy with us and you are really interested in trying this, please reach out to one of our clinics and we will get you started.
Beautiful. All right. Well, we will be same place, same time next week. Whole new topic. Reagan will be back. Reagan's doing some training with some other folks. And thank you so much for joining us today, Erin. And we will see you guys next week. Love y'all.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.